Hey guys, it's Marwan here. I'm out on my beautiful morning walk today. Weather is perfect. I love it when it's like this. It's a bit overcast and you have a little bit of wind, just a little bit of wind. And I do love the sun, but when I'm out walking, it's kind of nice to have some shade. Anyway, so I wanted to make this quick intro video to this sketching video just to let you know that I'm gonna be I really want to make more sketching tutorials on I really want to grow my YouTube channel because I'm thinking like this. There are so many of you out there that really want to get better at sketching, just like I wanted when I was in college, when I was 18, 19, 20. And if I can help you with that, then I will help you with that. And that's what I'm trying to do with my YouTube channel and my videos here. And I mean, what's the point of knowing all this, like how to sketch, and not just that, but career-wise as well. I mean, I worked as a designer in Sweden, then I worked a little bit in Italy, and down to over here in Florida, obviously. So if you need help with any of that, like career-wise or anything basically I can do to help you get to where you want to be, let me know, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. I'm here to make these videos for you. I'm not doing it for myself. Just comment on the videos what you would like to see, and I'll make sure to make videos on those topics. It's really that simple, not too complicated. The only thing that I wish I might outsource this, but this is like the technical thing. It's the export and editing of the videos. I'm gonna try to keep the editing of the videos to a minimum, so I can upload them more often and not have to spend like 2-3 hours a day editing each video, because I really want to increase the frequency of uploading videos and stuff like that. So that's about it, guys. Just wanted to make this short video to let you know what my plans are and why I'm doing this. Let's see if I can hold it like this. There we go. And why I have this channel in the first place. Remember that it's for you, and I'm here to help you with whatever you need help with. And I hope you have a fantastic day today. I really do. Don't forget to take care of yourself and go out and do something outside. But also don't forget to make a tiny little doodle somewhere, or a sketch, something like that. Alright, I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys. Hey guys, it's Marwan here with a brand new video, and in this video we're going to sketch something that's probably the most at least top 3 requested videos from you of what you want to learn, and that is sketching wheels. So we're gonna sketch some wheels now, and maybe do some rims and stuff like that. What I'm using, as always, I'm gonna use this. It's dirty, I know. It's one of those background papers that I had for a few other sketches. But as you know, I don't like to waste paper, so I'm gonna keep using this, even though we can see some stuff, through this paper. Doesn't really matter. It's cheap printing paper, and this is my regular Bic round stick, as always. I could be using whatever pen here. I could be using this, it doesn't matter. Or I could be using this pen as well. My point here is that the tools don't really matter. As long as you have a pen of some sort and a piece of paper, then you're set to go. So first of all, before we start sketching anything, we need to think about what it is we want to sketch and the basic geometries of that object. And when it comes to wheels, wheels and tires and stuff like that, it's pretty simple. It's basically a cylinder, so what we need are music, and then we need ellipses and circles. So that's basically all we're gonna do today. And if you know me, you do know that sketching wheels is something I try to avoid doing because it takes too long. It's repetitive. I think I'm allergic to repetitive things. It's like you do one spoke and then you have to do 8 or 10 other same spokes. That's why I always keep it like 2-spoke wheel or 4, 5-spoke. Anyway, getting off topic. So let's start by doing some ellipses here. Look at this beautiful ellipse here. I don't know what that is, but let's just not look at that one. Focus on these 3. So, how to sketch wheels? Well, first you need your angle of the wheel, and these are 4 different angles. I need to fix this because it's annoying. I don't know if I fixed it or made it worse. Anyway, so we have 4 different angles here. And it totally depends on what design you want for your wheel. So if you want it to be a deep dish wheel, that means that the center point is going to sit inside of the wheel, and you might want to sketch that out here. Even though you're not going to see it, you know that the center is right here. And then I like to mark out where the spokes are going to be. First of all, kind of have an idea of how many spokes you want in your wheel, and then I just eyeball it. I mean, I don't have any guidelines or something like that. It's just a matter of practice. And then from this center hub here, you just connect the center to the spokes, or to the marks that you put out here. And from here you design your spokes. You design them how you want them to be, in perspective of course. And usually a rim has an inside part that's something like that. We need thickness on our spokes. Let's add some thickness to these things. We're gonna add some markers to these when we have sketched a few of them. So hopefully you're following along here with your own sketches and your own wheel designs. And now we have the outside of the wheel ready here, and we can add some shading. I mean, we're just going to make it really loose with the big pen because we're going to add markers later, so I don't want to mess it up too much with the big pen because it's going to smear and bleed. But just add some simple shading like that, and you should know how to do that now because it's one of the fundamentals of sketching is to know your light source. You got to figure out where your light source is. Because it's going to guide you where all the shading goes and where all the highlights goes and so on. So here we have the outside of the wheel in this angle. We obviously want to have a tire on this, so we want to make the same ellipse. And yes, you can use ellipse templates. I just don't like to use them because I don't like to have an ellipse template in my back pocket all the time. Since I like to just randomly sketch stuff, I just want to be able to do ellipses freehand. But if you have that, that's cool. Just use those and make the, I don't know, 2 or 3 larger sizes of the same angle of ellipse. We're going to add the outside of the tire. And this is the reason why you have ellipse templates, so that you don't mess up like that. Anyway, from here we want to add the tire itself. We don't usually do this because we don't see the tire, it sits inside of the car. So this is basically all we have to do for the wheel. And then if you want, we can make the same ellipse on this side just to connect the tire. Is that right? Does that look right? I think so. And then just add some, you know, for the engineers, you gotta have these construction lines here, so they don't get all confused and start asking questions. Add some, gotta add some line weight too. I mean, you cannot not add line weight too when you're on the big pen. This is probably the longest I've ever spent on a wheel ever. It's usually I don't really spend a lot of time sketching wheels. I'm gonna show you a fast way to sketch wheels as well, because that's what I prefer, and I'm sure some of you prefer that way too. Let's just add some more line weight to this. Line weight, same thing as reflections and highlights. You need to understand light source. All edges or surfaces that are facing away from the light source are obviously going to be thicker because it's darker, it's in the shade. Oh, that's cool. I think we can leave that. That's one way of sketching wheels. And I think I'm gonna jump into the fast way of sketching wheels, the way I prefer to sketch them. So let's use this ellipse right here. Okay, I have a car. I want to, you know, just get the wheel out of the way, get it done, and not really think about it too much. So here's what I do. Make a center point. And depending on if the wheel is spinning or not, I make a second, you know, the width of the rim, I guess you can say, just to add some depth to it. And then I just spoke out this thing. I'm probably gonna have one more spoke over here. That's it. And then I just connect these spokes. Connect them like this. For the perspective, I'm sure some of you will have questions about the perspective. And honestly, that's just a matter of practice. I'm not gonna talk about perspective sketching on ellipses here because that's such a fundamental thing. There are probably 1,000 videos on that on YouTube, and that could do that, explain that way better than I can. So you can Google that or YouTube that or whatever. So that's what I would do here. This is probably wrong in perspective. I don't care. I'm still visualizing what I want to visualize. I think sometimes people overthink things a lot. Like, I don't really care about the perspective as long as I get my idea across and I get the sketch done. Instead of doing things perfectly, just get it done on a daily basis. And eventually you're gonna end up, you know, doing things almost perfectly without you even noticing because you've done it so many times. Add the disc brake in there, and this we can definitely add some marker to because we haven't really used the. Honestly, I prefer this look over this. This looks too like
what I don't know what to call it. It looks too mechanical. It looks like a mechanical sketch, boring stuff. There's no life to it. These ones, dirty and fast. I like them. These sketches so much better, and they're way more fun to do as well, in my opinion. And the cool thing about these are they're also way more fun to add markers to. There's so many questions I get from especially from design students asking how can I get in the business? How can I become a designer? I mean, simply put, how can I become a designer? Where should I start? Or what steps should I take? I used to like obsess about this, and myself when I was a student, and think about all the details, and I thought of it the wrong way. The most important thing, if you want to work for somebody, or want to get accepted into a school or something like that, the thing that how I used to think was, what's in it for me? I used to think, what's in it for me if I go there, if I apply here, or blah blah blah, or work for these guys. And that's not the right way to think about things. You got to think about, like, what can you contribute with to the company, or to the school. What's your strength? How are you going to make that place better? And that's what you want to focus on. You want to just forget about yourself, forget about your ego, and just practice your skills every single day for whatever you want to do. If you want to be a designer, read design blogs, practice sketching, practice all the mechanical stuff that I don't like to do because it's too boring. But you need to do that if you want to be a designer. And that's why I'm not working as a designer right now, because I didn't want to do that. And I realized that later on, like, this is not for me. But it's just really important to remove yourself from the equation sometimes, and not stress. Don't stress too much about it. Like, don't stress about it. You'll be fine. You're gonna end up doing what you want to do. You just gotta take one step at a time. But I know how it is. I used to stress like that myself. Let's add some markers to this little dude here. And let's see what we have. I think I'm gonna go with just Cool Grace. Cool Grace 6. Cool Grace 3. I think all my copy Cool Grace are out. Let's see what this green gray is. Looks alright. Just some real quick strokes here on the rims. There's something off with this perspective. I can see it now, but it's all good. I think this rim right here is a bit off. Spoke, I mean. And since we have the inside of the rim here, that needs to be shaded too. So let's add that with this light marker first. And this spoke here is going to cast a shadow onto this. So I'm going to add that too. All these details are going to add some depth to this. Same thing with this spoke here. It's going to add some shade to this inside there. And we have this part here as well. Just adding some random lines now to make it more interesting. Let's see what we got here. What is this? Cool Gray 6. Blue Gray, I didn't see that was a Blue Gray. Cool Gray 7 sounds good. Let's do it. Just filling in some of the main lines that are, you know, definitely in the shade. I want them to be darker. Bit of a darker gray. Maybe this one too, maybe this one right here. Not sure about this one. Can add maybe a, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty, when I think about it, like the story about me stressing out about getting into car design school, university in Italy, which was all cool and stuff. Working as a designer. I wanted to work as a designer next to a beach since I was 8 years old. And 2012 I moved to Florida to work as a designer. So that dream came true. But it's funny from there. I realized that it was not what I wanted to do. I really didn't want to, you know, focus on I just love to sketch. Like, that's all I love to do. I don't like to think about the mechanical parts of things, and you know, I just want to do a doodle every now and then. That's it. I don't care about the rest. That's for other people can do that. Other people that are way more interested in it, and way better than me at it. Adding some black to some parts of this sketch. I should probably add black on the inside right here. Let's just do that real quick. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to be super sloppy either. Somewhere in between. Somewhere in between crap and okay. That's my aim in life. I have no idea how long this video has been going on. Always happens when I sketch, like time just stops. And it can be 10 minutes maybe? Or it can be 35, I don't know. Guess I'll find out when I stop the video. But yeah, that's what were we talking about? Sketching wheels. Going off topic here today. I just like to talk about stuff like that as well, because it's important to know, to talk about sometimes. Like career steps, and is this really what you want to do, or is it something that someone else thinks you should do? You know, there are a lot of questions. It's not always easy to figure that out by yourself, so. Especially today, when we barely have time to even think about anything. I mean, we have notifications, and we have Netflix and Facebook, and you know, phone buzzing in the pocket 24/7. There's no time to really think about what it is you want. What do you want to do? And sometimes that just becomes an automatic answer that you think is the right answer, but you know, it's really not. Alright, so let's go back to the basics of this video, the essentials of what we're talking about here, which is sketching wheels. I can see that this needs to go something like that. Well, I can fine-tune this as much as I want. For hours, I guess. We could even add some shading from the spokes on here. Oops, like that. That's how it should be. Really dirty. Okay, so to sketch a wheel, start with an ellipse. Decide your angle of attack, or your angle of the wheel. So there we have the angle. Do the center point. And if you want it to be moving, all you have to do is just do it like this. Like that. So you have one side where you add more lines to. Define the ellipse a bit more. Pick this is a 3 gray marker. This is blue gray. You can have cool gray or whatever. Add some of this to the top part of this wheel. Okay, we can add another step, so cool gray 6. Add some cool gray 6 in here. That's basically, if you want to be really quick, that's all you need for a wheel. And you can also add some highlights to this. You know, make some cool spokes, make them look like it's moving, get some movement in here. I don't know how long that took, but that's like the that's the maximum time I like to spend on wheels. Let me know what you want to see in coming videos, because otherwise I'm just going to be talking about random stuff, just like I did in this video. So let me know if there's anything in particular you want to see. I mean, you want to learn about sketching, or yeah, probably sketching, because that's what the channel is all about. Yeah, some thickness. So this is like defined, dirty, extremely dirty, and I like this one the best. Forget about that. I'm gonna end the video right here. No scratch. Never want to see that again. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Take it easy. Thank you so much for watching.